Alright, just picked up the 944 from my mechanic, Tim Benson, Fastlane Porsche. Best guy in Santa Cruz to bring your Porsche to. And yeah, just driving it home. I just had the thermostat replaced because I was not running a thermostat when we were trying to figure out an overheating issue. So it just wasn't heating up, and that's not good for the motor. Had that done, had him do a flush the brakes, and then I got it smogged. So now it's all legal to drive on the roads here. Yeah, I love this car, actually. It's so fun to drive. And it sounds really good with the MSDS header. Marty over there hooked it up over a year ago or something, and now I finally have it all dialed in. It's so good. So I am so stoked on this car. I just love everything about it. But I do need to get the front end painted to bring it back to its former glory, or better than it ever has been. And yeah, that is it. It's a Friday. I'm gonna go record a movie podcast with my friend Bradley Brownell, who writes for Flat Sixes, and he's the weekend editor for Jalopnik. So we're starting a little movie podcast to add to, I already do the Driving Lawson podcast, and then Brad does Camden Tub podcast, as well as the DFL show podcast. I think that's it. He might even do more than that. He does a lot. And he writes for everyone. He writes for, I think he writes for Bring a Trailer now. He writes for Auto Week. He does all kinds of stuff. He did stuff for European Car, all that. Yeah. And then, we did a video the other day, all answering PFM California's question about the most beautiful car ever made and our favorite designers. And then, I think, people responded well to our answers. Like someone said, they were surprised we didn't pick the DB4 Zagato, which is, it's a beautiful car. It's a little bubbly for my taste. But PFM California mentioned that he was surprised we all picked older cars and not more modern stuff. I think the reason for that is just that old cars were more beautiful. I think the fact that they didn't have all the regulations that we have now and have had since essentially 1970, 75 or something? Maybe even earlier they came into play on some American cars, but I know for a lot of Euro cars it was 75 was the start, for example, or 74 even, actually. For 911 in 74 they went to the accordion bumpers, and then in 75 they went to the big bumpers on Porsche 914, stuff like that. So, we were we've had to get around the bumper stuff, and then now there's the hood height regulation or front end height regulation. So you'll notice like new BMWs and Audis, they look really funky because they try to have the front end be really low, but it has to go almost straight up, because the hood has to be it's pedestrian safety law, basically. So cars look kind of funny now. And then also aerodynamics. Cars are designed with aerodynamics in mind and real aerodynamics, and they kind of end up all looking the same. And then also with all the crash stuff, so airbags in the doors and all that, you can't have a low door sill. You end up having a really high belt line, smaller window area, which I think adds to just the strange proportions that new cars have. So a lot of people really love the look of the BMW Z8, for example, and they also like the Alpha 8C, both of which I think I kind of don't like at all. And part of the reason I don't like them is because they're taking an old design and they're modernizing it, which modernizing it means it has a super high belt line, barely any window. It's just it's making beautiful proportions kind of odd and weird looking. So yeah, that's what I think. And cars are so big these days. It's like, I was around an Alfa Giulia the other day, and it's like a decent looking sedan, but people are going gaga over it. I just don't understand. It's like, you put a Ford badge on that, and you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, it's a Ford. I think it's just the Alfa thing with the grill and everything, but I don't see it as like a, I mean, it's not a beautiful car. It's just a straight up sedan, in my opinion. It doesn't have anything extraordinary or any crazy cool styling. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. And I'm stoked to be in the 944 and have it all legal again. So now that I have the thermostat, it heats up till a little over halfway. The fan just kicked in, and it is running good. So that's it for today. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.